I remember days I ain't getting no answer. I remember them days I ain't getting no dancer. I remember days I ain't getting no bangers. I remember days you ain't carry no banger. I remember days I remember gangster. I remember days I remember. I remember days there wasn't no gangsters. I remember days as a lakeside lancer. I remember days when there wasn't no gangsters. I remember days everybody had manners. I remember days girls wasn't in danger. I remember days everybody had banners. Remembering days feeling like David Banner. I remember days when there wasn't no hangers. I remember days when I'm going hammer. I remember days reminiscing cancer. I remember days I remember hamster. I remember days I remember Pampers. I remember days I remember glamour. I remember days I remember planners. Yes, I remember days I wasn't a fander. I remember days I wasn't a panster. I remember days I wasn't a shankter. I remember days I remember my peoples. I remember days I ain't getting no answers. I remember them days I ain't getting no dancers. I remember them days I ain't getting no bangers. I remember days we ain't carry no bangers. I remember days I remember gangster. I remember days I remember. I remember days there wasn't no gangsters. I remember days as a lakeside lancer. I remember days when you wasn't by my side. I remember days when I apologized. I remember days hey when I even lied. I remember days when I paid my tithes. I remember days when I tried to hide. I remember them days when I needed a ride. I remember them days when I had to pay my guys. I remember days when I was super fried. I remember days I ain't getting no answer. I remember them days I ain't getting no dancer. I remember them days I ain't getting no bangers. I remember days when I ain't carry no bangers. I remember days I remember gangster. I remember days I remember. I remember days there wasn't no gangsters. I remember days as a lakeside lancer. I remember days I ain't getting no answer. I remember them days I ain't getting no dancer. I remember them days I ain't getting no bangers. I remember days I ain't carry no bangers.